Hi, I'm Tinny from Mini Bull Design, and today I'm just shooting a video because I haven't shot one for a while and I don't really have any subjects to go by, so I thought I'd just sit here and talk. I've got a lot of the food that I pack here all dehydrated and vacuum packed. You can see I've got tons of it. And I'm working on a thing here to store it so that it's easier to find in your pack. I found that once everything is standardized in one shape or another, either a rectangle or a square, that you can make a cloth envelope with pockets in it and just slide the stuff in by the day or by the subject. And then that all rolls up, you know, like I've got granola here, and let's see, over here I've got beef jerky. Back here I've got oatmeal. Then in the very end pockets I've got a couple of sporks, and over here I keep my cell phone. And you flip the flap down on it, and it all rolls up, so you've got 2 days worth of food all wrapped up, and when you need it, you just roll it out and flip the flap down, and you know, whatever you need, there it is. Before I was carrying this in a stuff sack, and it seemed to be the disturbing trend that no matter what I was looking for, it was always on the bottom. And of course I'd be out somewhere and I'd have to take everything out and set it somewhere and paw around and stuff would fall off. So I'm going to try this one out this time. This dehydration and vacuum sealing system really, it's really a nice system. It works. I've used it about 10 times now, and it works really well. Everything's really compact. It's always fresh. It always tastes good, and it rehydrates well. And it doesn't get damaged or spilled or anything. I'm also working on my. I haven't really named this yet, but I think I'm going to call this the Insanity Cooking System because this is insanely small. This is, I don't know, like 5 ounces, and takes up little or no room in your pack. It's still got a few bugs in it, you know, like everything I do does. But basically, I'm relatively happy with it. It boils real fast. It's very compact, and it has enough. It'll boil enough water for any one meal that I cook. And then while I'm eating the meal, if I want coffee or something, I just fill it up and keep it on going. Pretty frugal on fuel. You know, I can boil water for a meal on around a half an hour, you know, as long as it's not too cold or too windy. So I'm pretty happy with this system. The inherent problem with selling it on the site is that this pot is a bit of a hat trick to build because it has a seam on the inside of it up towards the top, which I've been using JB Weld to put together. And I'm not sure I want to sell a pot on the site that's this complicated with a JB Weld seam on the top. It's okay for me, I don't have a problem with it, but for the general public, I'm not sure that's the way to go. And I don't think I can find another way to build this pot. What I'm doing now is I'm looking for a totally different container that might be the right height to begin with. And I'm not sure I'm going to find that, but I'll keep looking. But the rest of the design I really like, and I really like this miniature super pot, but kind of hard to build. So I've got my food for 2 days right there, and a day and a half, be honest. And got my cooking system. I really like that. Now, I've been thinking about gram weenies and pack mules and deck packers. And I don't think I can really classify myself as an ultralight backpacker because I was watching people like Jason Class and the kind of stuff they carry. They take it right down to the absolute bare minimum. I pack with quite a bit more comfort than that. I mean, I carry, although my sleeping bag weighs 1.5 pounds, it'll pack down the size of an Nalgene bottle. And just for example, I carry a Big Agnes air mattress. It's 2.5 inches thick and, weighs like 1.75 pounds. So that's certainly not a gram weenie setup. My tent is kind of gram weenie, but I always carry a tent where a gram weenie probably wouldn't. So I always shoot for 16 pounds, but to be perfectly honest, I carry some of Sue's stuff for her. If Sue's coming with me, I'm usually carrying probably 18 pounds, maybe upwards of 19. So I guess I couldn't class myself as a gram weenie, but I'm not a pack mule either. So I think I've got to come up with another term for my category, like semi-weenie or something like that. And I do some deck packing too, so... But anyway, my pack usually, if Sue's going with, my pack weighs almost 19 pounds, which is a little heavy. Now, I've taken everything in my pack and written it down, and sat down and checked off anything where I could save some weight without really causing myself some discomfort. And there really aren't a lot of places on that list where I could save any weight, really. Not without spending a tremendous amount of money, and then, I might be able to shave 2.5 pounds off my pack, but I'd also be shaving off 2.5 pounds of comfort along with it by going to a thinner air mattress and, maybe not carrying a tent, something like that. But I'm pretty comfortable at 18 pounds with everything I have in my pack, and pretty confident that no matter what comes up, I'm all set. There's no problem of being caught without a good tent on a rainy day when the shelter is full, or having to sleep on a hard shelter floor without a nice sleeping pad and not getting any sleep, or not having a good cooking system. I've got a good cooking system that's super lightweight, and I have plenty of good food to eat, and I carry plenty of clothes, so there's no chance of me getting hypothermic or having to wear wet clothes or stuff like that. It's a pretty good system. I especially like my water filter. I'm really happy with the HyperFlow filter. It really is lightweight, very compact, and it works fantastic. I'm going to look into buying some extra valves for it, because the valves in it are probably the weak point. They're made out of rubber, they're real resilient, but if you ever dropped one, you'd be in pretty big trouble. So I'm going to look into getting a spare set of valves to carry, maybe 2 sets. They don't take up any space to carry, just for backup. And there's probably another couple of things I'm working on, but nothing I want to talk about yet. I want to get myself in any trouble. So I'm Tinny from Mini Bowl Design. Get out and hike, cook some meals, enjoy the wilderness, and above all, have a great day. Bye-bye.